Hello everybody, Floppy Hat Photos back here again for a random rant. And today's random rant is going to be about ownership of dogs and socializing them, training them, disciplining them, all that kind of stuff, and how much that needs to happen. And then on top of this, kind of tie into finding somebody who can watch your dog, especially the crappier your dog is, the worse behaved it is, the less manners it has, the more you have to socialize, the more you have to bring in places. You can't wait till you're going out of town and then try and bring in somebody like me to watch the dog. And I'm gonna watch your dog for like, they wanted to watch for like almost 2 weeks or whatever. And I'd watched their other dog before in the past, which she said I'd met this dog. I don't remember meeting this dog when they adopted it, but I'd watched their dog a few times, and then that dog found out got given away because it bit their daughter in the face. I get bitten other family members in the past, but bit their daughter in the face, and they had to get rid of it. So I was like, oh, that's great. And I got a new dog who is, I don't know what it's mixed with. It's a mixed breed. Pit, God knows what else mixed into it. But it's just a terrified, scared dog, which that's not the breed. That's not how they are. The dog is scared of everything. It has many issues. One, you got to restrict its water because it drinks too much water and it throws up. It steals socks and like washcloths and stuff, eats those and chokes on them. And there's just a lot of issues, which those can all be overcome. The water might be hard because I keep open water for all my dogs. And when it's here, how do I keep that away from water? Like, it makes no sense. So that was something that you need to get the dog worked up and figured out what's going on there. And I wonder also if it's the small fact that because they are restricting the water and the dog gets access to water, it just drinks itself till it pukes. But who knows? So maybe just give it a little bit of water, and then wait 20 minutes, give it a little more water, and just, eventually get its belly full of water and it'll maybe settle down, but who knows. But they came over, did a meet and greet. The dog got here, wouldn't come in the house. It was scared and stuff. It was all just clinging to the woman like crazy. Finally got to get the woman to let the dog off leash, let it run in the house a little bit. Wouldn't come near me, wouldn't let me pet it, wouldn't let me do nothing with it. So it calmed down. It kind of calmed down a little bit. It was just scared. Like every time it would just like make a little noise, the dog would run over and like lean right up against her. And of course she'd praise it. Oh, what a good puppy, what a good puppy. The dog is right now in full panic mode and you're praising it. You're making it think that's a good thing. I tried to explain to him, like, just ignore your dog. Please don't pet it, whatever. Ignore the dog. See how it comes out of it. And it didn't happen. So I said, okay, I said, have a seat. Well, it's in your stuff. Sitting there talking for a while on that. And then I said, I'm going to go down and get Bruce, see how it goes. And I did not make the response. I'd already told her before, we're sitting here. So it's calms the energy. They don't think we're leaving, the whole thing and stuff. Walked down the hallway. As I turned to open the door, she's standing up next to her dog. And I'm like, God, please sit down. Just sit down. Like, the extra energy when you're standing up is a problem. And you're nervous. Think your dog's gonna go shitty because your dog is a shitty dog. And Bruce came out and the dog was pretty aggressive towards Bruce. Didn't bite him, but bit at him, bit near him, that kind of situation. So I told her, send stuff. She's kind of like telling him, it's like, oh, be a good boy, be a good boy. I'm like, no, stop telling your dog they're a good boy, because they don't hear the word dote. They hear good boy. So you're not rewarding this dog and praising this dog for being shitty and aggressive towards my dog. And I'm like, please ignore it. I said, please ignore it. I was trying to talk to her and I'm like, ignore it, my dog will handle it. And they're back and forth, and the dog's getting pretty aggressive. It kind of calmed down. I gave it a while, gave it longer than I should have. And even once things kind of calmed down, the dog sniffed Bruce a little bit, but he kept snarling a little bit here and there. Bruce tried to go over and smell her. Dog got super defensive. And I thought, well, I'm going to have her go outside, let the dog in here without her, and then see how he does with Bruce. And I thought, it's not worth the hassle. She literally waited till last minute to get this booking. It's going to be gone way too long, because she told me, hey, we're going to town in a month or two. I'd be like, hey, let's do some overnights. Let's do some daytime visits. Let's do 5 or 6 trips to see if we can work this dog up and see how it happens. And I got other small dogs here. I got other things I got to deal with, clients' dogs. It's not worth the risk. It's really not. So I just had to hell with it. And even as I was like, again, the dog was growling at Bruce. I tried to pet the dog next to her. The dog was like growling at me, didn't bite at me, but it wanted to. It was that full, scared, paranoid energy. And that's what freaks me out. Give me an aggressive dog that's trying to attack me out of, defending its territory and stuff. I'll take that any day. Aggressive dogs, I love red zone dogs. I cannot deal with the scared dogs. They're just way too hard to protect. You don't know what they're gonna do because it's such a fear, in them that they lash out, their brain turns off, and I can't handle it. So I told her, I said, yeah, I just don't think it's gonna work. I'm like, it's not gonna be a good fit. I can't risk other clients' dogs, and I don't have a chance. We don't have time before you leave on this trip to do a couple test runs and stuff. And she seemed really pissed off. And she's like, fine, she's kind of snatched her dog up. I'm like, yeah, sorry, we tried. And then she like rushed over to the gate like she was trying to open my gate. So I got to open the gate for you. It's got a little tricky thing to it. So I opened the gate. She was just like so mad that I'm like, screw you, you're part of the problem here. Like, you already had one dog that you didn't keep disciplined or trained that bit your daughter in the face. You have another dog who's gonna bite your daughter in the face probably because this dog is terrified of everything. And you're treating it completely wrong. Like, you're rewarding it for being shitty. Saying, oh, be a good boy. No, that thing's that here's good boy. It's all here. So yeah, dodged the bullet on that one, I think. There was a time in the past where I would have been like, oh my God, if I don't watch the dog, it's gonna get stuck in the kennel, or it's gonna be somewhere somebody's gonna mean to it stuff. And I have too many good clients, too many good dogs that I watch to put them at risk. I can't do it. I can't risk other people's dogs anymore and run that. I almost always have dogs here, and it's just so much more extra stress. And then it's not fair on my wife, who doesn't want to deal with these aggressive dogs and stuff. It's not fair to her. And then now my mom's living here also. It's definitely not fair to her because she's like freaking out. She's scared of the dogs, especially if they show any sign of aggression, or especially if fear aggression. It becomes a whole different situation. And why would I put my family and my other clients' dogs at risk and my reputation? Because if one of a client's dog attacks another client's dog, they're not gonna be like, oh, we won't watch that one again. That says I was a shitty dog watcher who didn't keep the dog safe. And making that call, saying your dog was killed or attacked or bloodied or whatever by somebody else's dog, is a call I never want to make, and that freaks me out. It's bad enough if, like, say, got eaten by a hawk or hit by a train or just had a heart attack, just died, had a seizure and died. That's already going to be bad enough call to make, let alone saying it was my fault and I allowed this to happen. It's just a call I can't do. And like I told my wife, that's probably the last day I ever watched dogs, and because I will never want to make that call a second time. So I am doing everything in my power to protect myself so I can keep this business going, because this is my job. Like, this is my full-time job, is watching these dogs, and I have to, because I know myself. If I have to make that call, it says my negligence got your dog killed, I cannot imagine I'm going to want to continue taking that chance again. I just can't do it. So it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Get out there and socialize your dogs. Find somebody who can watch them. Find a sitter. Find somebody who can take care of animals, and socialize the shit out of your dogs, because that's what you have to have happen. So anyway, thanks for watching.